What's up, V2 crew? This is Unknown here, and this is going to be another episode in the series going over why I quit trophy and achievement hunting. And this one is going to be on favors and friend requests, I guess you could call it. I wasn't really sure what to call this episode, but we'll get into it. And this is probably more so the fact that I was near the top of the leaderboard, being ranked number 3 at one point, about number 5 for quite a while, for years after that. Now, there would be a lot of people that would think I'm some awesome person to be friends with for some reason. So I would just get all these messages, "Oh, can I add you on PSN?" I don't really know why. You want to just continually stalk my profile or what? Do you have ulterior motives? I know I've talked about this before. A lot of people that wanted to be friends with me just had ulterior motives. And this wouldn't just be random people that would just randomly message me to have me on their friends list. I guess they wanted to just show off to their friends that they had me on their friends list. Maybe that was it. Oh, look at this high level account that I have on my friends list. And brag about that. That's probably more so what that was about. But I also would have in my mind, why does this person want to be friends with me? And this would happen because over the course of gaming and trophy hunting, it was almost always the case. Like, no matter how close a friend, at least I thought they had ulterior motives. Like, they were only doing it to borrow a game or to try to get me to boost something with them. A lot of times it was to get to borrow a game. For example, I had someone wanted to be my friend on Twitch and things and joined in on a stream or two and joined in the Discord and posted a bunch of stuff. And it turned out 2 days later, they said, "Oh, can I borrow this game?" And then I said, "No." And then they just completely stopped communicating. And that happened a lot of times. Or it'd be like after a boost, after I gave them a boost in the game, never talked again. Well, we talked, but like they weren't trying to make me seem like a close friend that I should be doing a favor for. Because when I started out, I was kind of in the mindset of just doing favors for everybody and trying to be as nice as I could. But then it just kind of got to be, you realize all these people, especially at the top, a lot of the people at the top, a lot of people that were obsessed with leaderboard climbing were very much this way. They've not all of them, but a good majority, especially really high at the top. Basically, I would only get contacted if they wanted help in something or what have you. And then the other thing in regards to this, not only could I not really trust anyone, because I would also get backstabbed at times from people that were acting my friend, but I would get random requests from other people to just borrow games like that I didn't even know. Or, "Oh, can you do these trophies for me? How much do you want me to pay you for the trophies of these? Can you just pop them for me?" Or what have you. And I would just get messages like this on PSN and Discord, Twitter. "I saw you had this game on your list. Can I borrow it?" No. I don't know who you are. How, what? Who are you? And that would get really old, really annoying. Yeah, like I said, it would just be the most random of people. Or they'd have some strange favor for me, ask of me in some game or something. I actually even had some strange favors that were not gaming related. "Oh, do you want to work at this job here?" What? Halfway across the world in Europe? Oh, it's entirely remote. Uh, no. I don't know. That was a really strange one that I got one time. All of this constantly being bugged or constantly being bothered, or just messages, just like random messages of negativity too, bashing what I played, or just out of the blue stuff. But mostly, it was all these favors that people were asking for. And it's actually strange too, because after I quit, I would still get asked by people. Still. I mean, even to this day. And it's weird. I mean, it's much less so than it was, and I wasn't even like ranked number 1. It just, I mean, still, it's like I don't do that anymore. I don't even sign into PlayStation. I haven't signed into PlayStation in over a year now. I don't even know if I can get onto my PlayStation account, to be honest with you. The one thing that was just really bugging me, and I guess I kind of briefly talked about this in other episodes, but I was going to make a separate one because it happened again a couple times in the last several weeks, and it just kind of bugged me, so I felt like rambling on about it a little bit more. So I guess takeaway from this, lesson to learn from this, guys, is be cautious about people online, and maybe in life in general, but I feel like this is more so online, and just kind of be careful. Don't just willy-nilly do favors for everybody. A lot of times they just have ulterior motives, especially if you've kind of just recently met them or something. Now, I mean, if you've been friends with them for years and years, and you're really good friends with them, maybe that's a different story there. And maybe it just happened to me because I was near the top of the leaderboard and people. The other thing is that if you experience this stuff, just, I don't know, don't be afraid to not communicate with them anymore if they're being harmful to you or what have you. Don't be afraid to say no, also. If you really don't want to do something, don't feel like you have to. I know I was kind of a person of, I wanted to be nice to everybody, but at a point, you kind of gotta just say no. And also, too, the other thing, too, is if someone realizes they can get favors out of you, they might continue to be your friend just to get more favors out of you. So be a little cautious of that as well. Because I had relationships with some people for quite a while, and it was very lopsided in regards to requests or borrowing games or what have you. And like I said, once I stopped doing that, they did not want to contact me or never reached out or anything after that. So I feel like they had some ulterior motives there. That was their reason for being friends. So be cautious of that too. Because if you aren't able to say no at certain times or say, hey, this seems kind of unfair, I've done this, and this for you, and you're continually asking me and more and more and more and faster and faster and faster. I don't know, don't be afraid to bring that up. Now, granted, I know not everyone is equal, and some people. I mean, it's nice to do favors for other people. I mean, it makes me feel good, but just be cautious, I guess is what I'm trying to get at here. Just be cautious, guys. I was getting flooded with all this stuff, so I couldn't take it anymore. It was just too much. And I didn't even want to hear one message about it at a time. I still don't like hearing about it. It still bugs me. It still like really irks me, which is why again I made this video. That was one of the reasons I stopped. And then getting all these messages and stuff too, just taking up my time. And then same with these conversations of friendliness, even if they weren't related to gaming, I would just have my time be wasted. And I don't want to waste my time. I don't want my time wasted. So sometimes they'd have conversations with me about like life and stuff for a day. And then I'd feel like, oh, this is actually a decent friend. And then, like I said, nope. After the favor was done or requested and denied, no contact, or they just take a step back and don't really contact me too much anymore. And that's also too, you can't have like a ton of relationships online. I don't mean like romantic relationship, but you just can't have a bunch of friendships or anything too, because you just don't have time for it. Even if they are all nice people, let alone the people that just want to use you. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what your thoughts on the matter are, if you could relate to it. People meeting online, trying to just be your friend to get a boost, or you do some favor for them or what have you. I'd like to hear about it. I'd be curious. And if you like the content, it would be awesome if you subscribed and liked the video. And if you want to join the V2 crew, where we game on our own terms, spread positivity, be ourselves, not be influenced by others, I'll post some links in the description. And as always, everybody, have a good night, good morning, enjoy your games. Thanks so much for watching. Spread that positivity, game on your own terms, you do you, and be your V2.